the main plant body is gametophyte, right? So the main plant, I'll dictate it. Just first try to understand. The main plant is haploid organism, right? So means it will have the only single number of chromosomes. So look, this pink color represent the haplontic life cycle, where the major time span of life cycle is dominated by a haploid organism. And this haploid organism or haploid plant is gametophyte, right? So majority of that major time will be the most of the time this gametophyte will be where it will represent. The only diploid cell will be zygote. So what will happen? Spore formation will take place. They will germinate. After germination, the gametophyte will produce two different gametes, male gamete and female gamete. Male and female gamete will fuse, and fusion of male and female gamete is known as syngamy, right? So fusion of male and female gamete is called syngamy. Both will fuse. Formation of zygote. Only diploid cell in the life cycle will be zygote. In the zygote, meiosis will take place. So where meiosis is taking place? Meiosis is taking place at zygote. This kind of meiosis is called zygotic meiosis, right? When meiosis will take place, there in zygote, this is called zygotic meiosis. So meiosis occur in zygote only, right? Example, Spirogyra. So what is the Spirogyra? A green algae. Alternation of generation is absent. Only one kind of organism, only one kind of the plant is found in the life cycle, that is gametophyte. Sporophyte is not there, right? The sporophyte is not there. That sporophyte type of the plant is not present only. So is it clear? Tell me. Martin, clear?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay. So put the heading. Major heading will be alternation of generation, and the minor heading will be haplontic life cycle. Please start writing down in haplontic life cycle. Start writing down in haplontic life cycle. First point. The main plant body. The main plant body will be gametophyte. The main plant body will be gametophyte. That is a haploid plant. That is a haploid plant. Next point. Meiosis will occur. Meiosis will occur in zygote only. Meiosis will occur in zygote only. This is called zygotic meiosis. This is called zygotic meiosis. Next point. Alternation of generation. Alternation of generation. Alternation of generation is absent in alternation of generation is absent in plant life cycle. The example is Spirogyra, and I have already discussed with you that Spirogyra is a green algae, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now come to the diplontic life cycle. In diplontic life cycle, you can see the main organism or the main plant is sporophyte. Gametophyte is not present, and sporophyte is always a diploid plant body, right? You can see here in a sporophyte, a diploid plant is present. The sporophyte will make a gamete, right? So meiosis will take place during the spore formation. It will form a spore, right? Formation of main spore, gametogenesis will take place. Both will fuse, and then the syngamy will take place. Means both male and female nucleus will fuse. Syngamy, that is the fusion of male and female nucleus. Zygote formation will take place. Zygote will germinate. So majority of time, this majority of time, the life cycle of the plant, it is represented by a diploid plant only, right? So majority of time will be spent by the diploid plant only. So that kind of the life cycle is called diplontic life cycle. Sporophyte is the main plant body. You can see meiosis occur during the gamete formation in sporophyte, right? An example that is fucus, sorghum, gymnosperm, and angiosperm, right? So please note it down. Diplontic life cycle. In this life cycle, sporophyte is in this life cycle. Sporophyte is the main plant body. Sporophyte is the main plant body. Next point.
Sir, what's the topic again?
Sorry, Martin.
The topic.
Diplontic life cycle. That is the topic. First we did haplontic, then diplontic. So the subtopic is diplontic life cycle.
The points still same.
Sporophyte is the main plant body. That is a diploid plant. That is a diploid plant. Next point. Meiosis will occur at the time of meiosis will occur at the time of gamete formation. Meiosis will occur at the time of gamete formation in sporophyte. Example, fucus, sorghum, sarghasum, sorghum, comma, gymnosperm, and angiosperm. Now the third heading is haplodiplontic life cycle. Here in haplodiplontic life cycle, you will find two type of the plant body in the life cycle. Can you tell me where you have seen this? Have you seen this type of the life cycle? Where in the life cycle there are two plant body? Tell me, have you seen it or not? Martin, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Pteridophytes.
Sorry.
This type of life cycle we saw in pteridophytes.
Very good, excellent. In pteridophyte, I have shown this kind of the plant life cycle where you have seen two kind of the plant body. Let me remind you. Look, I will show you practically. In pteridophyte, excellent. Look, in pteridophyte, this is a diploid plant, right? Sporophyte, this is a haploid plant. So in the life cycle of pteridophyte, there are two type of the plant body. So this pink color represent the diploid life cycle, blue color represent the haploid life cycle, right? So this kind of the life cycle, when in the life cycle of a single plant, there are two type of the plant body exist. This is called haplodiplontic life cycle. So put the heading haplodiplontic life cycle. In this type of life cycle, both gametophyte in this type of life cycle, both gametophyte and sporophyte both gametophyte and sporophyte exist independently. That is, you will see two type of, that is, you will see two type of morphologically, two type of morphologically different plant, morphologically different plant in the life history of,
In the life,
in the life history, in the life history of a plant. Example, bryophyte, example, bryophyte and pteridophyte. So guys, this is all for the plant kingdom, right? Now the next chapter is animal kingdom, and we will start with the animal kingdom. Ask me if you have any doubt regarding the plant kingdom, then we will move to the animal kingdom. Tell me if you have any doubt. Any doubt, Afaf, in plant kingdom? Martin, Shedika?
No, sir. How are gymnosperms heterosporous?
Sorry?
How are gymnosperm heterosporous? Like
Okay,
they
very good.
produce haploid microscopes and megaspores. Right?
They are heterosporous because they produce two kind of the spores, microspore and megaspore, right? So heterospory means two different kind of the spores in life, right? You can see there are male cone, they produce the here in the male cone they produce the microspore, and female cone they produce the megaspore. So that is called heterospory. Clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All gymnosperms are heterosporous.
Okay, sir.
Now animal. Right, animal kingdom or animal classification. Okay. Look, animal kingdom is animal classification, like the plant. So here in the plant, as you have seen, there are a few classes, like there were algae, bryo, pterido, gymno, and angio. There were 5 classes only. Here, in place of the class, we use the term phylum, right? So animals have been divided into 10 phyla, right? So what is the criteria behind the classification, right? So there are different criteria behind the classification of animal. So first and foremost thing, that is the what we will study. That is the criteria behind the classification, right? Here are different criteria behind the classification. I will explain one by one criteria behind the classification. Then we will move into the plant classification, animal classification part, right? So look, what is the so you have to put the heading, uh, animal kingdom, and the first subheading will be basis of animal classification. Basis of animal classification, right? So first basis of animal, and keep your notebook and the pen with you. I will dictate these things because they are the important. Your school, you will get the question from here in your school that mention the criteria behind the classification of the animal, or what is the uh, animal organization level as a criteria in animal classification. So that kind of the question you can get. So basis of classification, the first thing is that level of organization. Right? What is the level of organization? In the level of organization, if any animal is a collection of just cells, right? The body of animal is made up of only cells. There is nothing like tissue. Means tissue type of the things are not present. So we will say that the plant body is at cellular level. Means this is just collection of cells. For example, sponges. Sponges do not have any tissue system. Their body is divided only in plant. Sorry, their body is divided into cellular cells, collection of cells. Then tissue level organism. After that, like hydra and some other animal, the body is organized into tissue. Means tissues are found, but still the organs are not present. So we will say that there is a tissue level of organization, but organs are not. Then third level of organization means the more advanced animal will come, their body will be organized into what? Their body will be organized into organs, right? Like insect. So their body have the organ level of organization. So this is the level of organization. Is it clear? Keep on telling me.
Yes, sir.
So before going into that, I have a question for you, for all you three, Apap, Martin, and Sita. What is the tissues? What are the tissues? How you can define the tissue? What is the difference between?
So many cells make up a tissue.
A group
Sorry,
of
Martin.
cells.
Again?
Many cells make up a tissue.
Okay, fine. So if you will see
A
these
group of
sponges
layer of cells that work together.
that work together, very good. Only a small part is missing. This is a sponge. It is collection of cell, but we cannot call it tissue. Yes, tell me again. The group of cells which work together and perform particular function, right? A group of cells that work together and perform a specific function, that is called tissue, right? Like example, xylem is a tissue. Xylem is made up of four kind of the cell: trachea, vessels, xylem parenchyma, xylem fiber. All four cells. So this is the group of the cell. They work together and perform single function, that is a transport of the water. That's clear. And in tissues, there should be interconnections between the cells, right? Please note down. Note. Put a note. Tissues are a group of cell. Tissues are a group of cell that perform a specific function. That perform a specific function. Full stop. In tissues,
That perform.
a specific function. A specific function. Full stop. What is this? Yes. In tissues, the cells have cellular interconnections. In tissues, The cells have, that is very important point. The cells have cellular interconnection through which their protoplasm remains interconnected, so that their protoplasm remains interconnected. So what is important thing is that suppose that there are 4 cells. All those 4 cells are adhere with each other, but their protoplasm is not connected with each other. Means they do not have interconnection. It means it is just a collection of cells. You cannot call it tissue. For the tissue, there will be collection of, suppose that there are 4 cells and their protoplasm is interconnected, means they cannot exchange the organelle, but yes, they can exchange the minerals and other mineral water and other things, right? So there will be interconnection, right? So these kind of the collection will be called tissue. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So first criteria of classification, note down. In basis of animal classification, first point. The first criteria is level of organization. It may be first point. Now it is written in front of you, the screen. You have to write down in the same way, in the same sequence. First point, cellular level interconnection. First point, cellular level interconnection, where division of labor is not there. Full stop. The organism is merely a collection of cell. Organism is merely a collection of cell. Example, sponges. Right? Next one. Oh, I have written. Example, like as sponges. Next point. In tissue level of organization, the cells are organized in tissue level of organization. The cells are organized into tissues and division of labor.
Can you repeat the tissue level point?
The cells are organized into tissues and division of labor is present. Example, cnidarians, hydra. Example, cnidarians. Next is organ level of organization. The cells organize into tissue, organ level of organization. The cells organize into tissues, comma, tissues into organ.
After labor is present, then
Sorry.
after labor is present, then
Organ level of organization. The cells are organized into tissue. The cells are organized into tissues, comma, tissues into organ, and organs into organ system. Full stop. Example: insect and mammal. Example: insect and mammal. Now the second criteria behind classification is body plan. What is body plan? Right. Try to understand. There are two type of the body. Right. So second subheading will be body plan. That is the body plan is the second criteria of classification. So first body plan is blind sac plan. What is blind sac? In blind sac plan, there will be single opening. The organism will take food from this opening, means it will take food inside from this opening, and it will remove the waste from the same opening. There is a single opening. The rest body is like pitcher, right? It's like pitcher. So that is called blind sac body. For example, in the blind sac body plan is found in Hydra, right? Is that clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Example, Hydra. And the second body plan, tube within tube plan. So first tube is body. You can see this fish. So first tube is this. Body is considered as first tube. Inside body there is another tube. What is that? That is elementary canal. So tube within tube plant, where like our body is tube within tube plant. First tube is our body, and inside there is one more tube. That is our intestine, right? So that is called tube within tube. So start writing. Body plan. First, in blind sac plan, the body have single cavity with one opening. Body have single cavity with one opening to outside. Full stop. This opening function as both mouth as well as this opening function as both mouth as well as anus. Second, tube within a tube plan. Please make this diagram. Please make this small diagram. Next, tube within tube plant. Note it down. The body has two tubes. The body have two tubes. Full stop. One formed by body wall and one formed by body wall and second formed by digestive tract.
So we draw this flow chart and then after that.
You need to draw it. Tube within tube plant. This diagram, this fish diagram, you need to draw it. Right. So third point, symmetry. 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 So please note it down. When the body is not divisible.
This is radial, right?
Radial, yes. No, not radial. I am just talking about the symmetry. What is the symmetry? You need not to go with this type of the symmetry. First, you need to understand what is the symmetry. When body is not divisible into divisible into two equal half, when body is not divisible into two equal half by any plane, it is called asymmetrical. It is called asymmetrical body. Example, sponges and amoeba. You cannot divide sponges and amoeba into two equal parts. Sponges and amoeba. Right? Next, in the same symmetry, an animal said to be symmetrical, if body is divisible into equal half by one or more planes, there may be following type of symmetry. First, radial symmetry. Radial symmetry is you can divide body if you divide body into two equal half. If you draw a line should be passing through the just a minute. Suppose that this is a star face, right? For example, this is an star. Draw any line which passes through the center. Any line, right? If you draw any line which passes through the center from any point, draw from here, right? You can divide the organism into two equal parts. Draw any line which passes through the center. You will be able to divide it into two equal. So that kind of the symmetry is called radial symmetry, right? So please note down radial symmetry. In this type of symmetry, the individual can be in this type of symmetry, individual can be divided into two equal half. Indivisible can be divided into two equal half by any plane.
So can I repeat radial symmetry?
In this type of symmetry, the body can be divided into two equal half. Body can be divided into two equal half by any plane passing through center from top to bottom, passing through center from top to bottom. Example, starfish, the best example. So starfish type of the organism, they will have the radial symmetry. You can divide. But the same thing with the hydra. And etc. Clear? Now bilateral symmetry. In bilateral symmetry, you can divide organism into two equal half by single plane only, right? Single plane. So like we are bisymmetry. So suppose that this is a lizard. You can divide this lizard into two equal parts from this plane only, not any other plane. That kind of the symmetry is called bilateral. Right. So in radial symmetry, make the diagram and write the example. Make the diagram of starfish. This kind of not beautiful diagram, simple diagram which I have drawn. Next is bilateral symmetry. Next is bilateral symmetry. In this type of symmetry, the body can be divided the body can be divided into two equal half into two equal half by single plane into two equal half by single plane. Full stop. For example, all vertebrate. For example, all vertebrate. Right? Make the diagram. Asymmetrical, I have already told you what is the asymmetrical, where symmetry is not present over there. And is that criteria clear to all of you? Third criteria, symmetry. Did you got the symmetry? Chidika, are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Great. Yasir, are you getting it? And what happened, Yasir? Again, you are late today. You missed the alternation of generation, haploid, life cycle, diploid, diplontic, haplodiplontic, and all that. Okay. Now the fourth criteria, that is segmentation. So what is segmentation? Look, you must have seen the train, right? In train, for cargo train, let's take the cargo train. The cargo train, every bogie have is a different segment, right? There is a train, and train is divided. Every compartment is divided, right? Completely divided. You cannot go from one compartment to another compartment. So that is complete segmentation. But there are some pseudo segmentation in the passenger trains. Passenger train, externally you will see that every bogie or every compartment is different, but internally they are interconnected. You can move from here to there, right? From starting to end. So that is not complete segmented. That is a partial segmentation or false segmentation. Did you got it? The same thing with the insect. Same thing with the animals. There are some animals where the external segmentation is also there and internal segmentation is also there. So you can see segmentation. First segmentation is metameric segmentation. A metameric segmentation is true segmentation, where body will be segmented, means separated externally and as well as internally. That is called metameric segmentation. And another one is pseudo segmentation. Pseudo segmentation is called false segmentation, where you will, if you will see the organism, if you will see the insect, it seems that there is a externally, this is segmented, but internally the complete body is interconnected. That is called pseudo segmentation. Is it clear or not? Tell me. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so please note it down.
Which symmetry is
Segmentation.
this?
Sorry.
No.
Yes, Martin. What are you saying? I didn't got.
We are done with symmetry, sir.
Symmetry. Yeah, symmetry. You did it. This one. Asymmetrical. I have already told you. Now we are in the fourth criteria, segmentation. Okay. So please note it down. This
Yeah.
segmentation. That is fourth criteria. Segmentation is first in segmentation only. Segmentation is division of body.
Division, right?
Yeah, division. Segmentation is division of body into distinct portion. Segmentation is division of body into distinct portion called segment. Distinct portion called segment. It may be of two types. First, metameric, METAMARIC. Let me write it down more clearly. Metameric segmentation. The first segmentation is metameric segmentation. So metameric segmentation is true segment, right? So metameric segmentation or true segmentation, where external division correspond to external division correspond to internal division.
Metasymmetric means?
Yeah, in metameric segmentation,
No, can you repeat?
where external division correspond to internal division. Full stop. It occurs in three phylum: Annelida. So it is found in Annelida. Then Arthropoda. Means Annelida, the kingdom of earthworm, phylum of earthworm. Arthropoda, phylum of insect. And then the next one is, that is Chordata. Right. The second one is pseudo segmentation. Pseudo means false. Please note it down. The second one is pseudo segmentation or false segmentation. You have to make both diagram as well. Pseudo segmentation or false segmentation. It is found in tapeworm. Example is tapeworm. Tapeworm is member of Platyhelminthes. Tapeworm, right? Example is tapeworm. It is found in tapeworm. Full stop. Here, the body is segmented. Here, the body is segmented externally. Here, the body is segmented externally, but internally,
Here the body is segmented.
externally, but internally, body is not divided.
Body is what internal?
but internally body is not divided into segment. Fifth criteria, diploblastic and triploblastic, right? What is diploblastic and triploblastic development? Fine, try to understand. In every organism, the male will, in any, not organism, now we are talking about the animals. In every animal, the male will produce, means male will produce this sperm, right? And
We
female
should
will,
draw this diagram, sir.
yeah, you have to draw this diagram, right?
Okay.
Female will produce egg. Male and female, both of the egg and sperm will fuse. That is called syngamy in reproduction. Syngamy will take place. Both of the gamete will fuse. Formation of zygote will take place. That will be the diploid. Zygote is diploid. Sperm is haploid. Egg is haploid. Zygote formation will take place. Now the development of zygote will take place. Now the zygote will divide. Zygote is single cell, right? So zygote is single cell structure. Now it will divide. So after multiple division, the embryo formation will take place. So zygote will develop into embryo. Zygote will divide into hundreds of time and will make embryo. If in embryo there are only two layers, ectoderm external layer and endoderm internal layer. So if complete body of animal, is made up of only two layers, right? So all the organ will develop from ectoderm and endoderm. There is no third layer. This kind of the development is called diploblastic, right? Between ectoderm and endoderm, there will be a liquid layer which is made up of free cells, right? There will be a liquid layer which will be made up of free cells. This layer, this layer, this layer. There is a single layer, right? A layer between the ectoderm and endoderm. This is called mesoglia, right? This layer is made up of free cells and which is called mesoglia. It is written over here. So this kind of development is called diploblastic. Now, there are another animals where zygote will develop into embryo and embryo will be made up of three layers, right? Like humans. Embryo will be made up of ectoderm, in middle layer mesoderm, and inner layer endoderm. All the plant body, all the body organs or complete body is made up of three layers, right? Like humans. Our zygote is made up of three layers, and our complete body parts are developed from, means the mouth, skin, and everything developed from the ectoderm, from endoderm, from mesoderm. Some of the cartilaginous organs will be developed from mesoderm. Bones, neuron, nervous system will all will be developed from endoderm. So that's how our body get developed, right? So those animals which develop from the three layer, they are called triploblastic. Those animals which develop from the two layer, they are called diploblastic. Is that clear or not? Tell me, please.
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Very good. So please note it down. Yasir, is that clear? Yasir? Okay. Fine. That's great to listen. Please draw this diagram. Then I will dictate a few lines. Please draw this one, this, and let me know. Done?
1 second, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Done, sir.
Okay. Martin, is it done?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So please write down some point. Uh, First point. In diploblastic, in diploblastic, first point, in diploblastic animals, in diploblastic animals, development of animal, in diploblastic animal, development of animal take place from two layers of embryo. Development of animal takes place from two layers of embryo, that is ectoderm, that is ectoderm, and endoderm, that is ectoderm and endoderm. Full stop. In diploblastic, in diploblastic
Ectoderm and
endoderm, endoderm, endoderm. Full stop. In diploblastic, between these two layers, loose cells are found. Between these two layers, loose cells are found, which is called,
Wait,
which
could
is
you
called,
repeat?
sorry,
Could you repeat?
yeah. In diploblastic, between these two layers, loose cells are found, which is known as, which are known as, which are known
in
as,
diploblastic
in diploblastic animal, between these two layers, loose cells are found.
spelling of loose.
Loose, loose,
Oh,
loose,
loose.
yeah, loose cells are found. This is called mesoglia. 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 It means in diploblastic animal there will be
Meso what?
mesoglia. Mesoglia. It is written over there already. Mesoglia. You must have read this one. Must have written it. Mesoglia. So in diploblast, don't consider this third layer, right? In diploblastic animal, there will be ectoderm, endoderm, and between the ectoderm and endoderm, there will be a circular layer or circular zone that is called mesoglia. It is not made up of cells, it is not made up of tissues, it is made up of just loose cells and liquid. Next point. In triploblastic animal, the body of organism in triploblastic animal, the body of organism will be made up of the body of organism will be made up of three layer. Ectoderm, comma, mesoderm, and ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm.
Where?
This is written ectoderm, mesoderm,
But
and
ectoderm and endoderm.
endoderm. ENDODERM. Endoderm. Right? So three layers. So this was all about the criteria behind the classification of animal. Is that clear? If you have any doubt at any point, please go through with it and let me know, please. Criteria behind the classification of animal.
It's clear, sir.
Clear? Okay. So look, now there is an animal classification. Try to understand. Animals have been divided into two categories on the basis of complexity or level of organization. The first criteria which we study, level of organization. So first cellular level of organization, then tissue level of organization. We have already discussed that thing. So on this classification system is based on whatever we have studied till now. Now, Porifera. Porifera is the first phylum, right? So the animals, there are further, the animals have been divided into phylum, right? Phylum. So there are total 10 phylum. So first phylum is Porifera, right? The Porifera, in Porifera, sponges will come. We will discuss every phylum in detail, right? In this this topic, right? Now tissue level. Out of tissue level, there are further bodies divided into coelom, right? Coelom, I will tell you what is coelom basically. So we divide into three categories. Coelenterata, where no body cavity between epidermis and gastrodermis. So there is a no coelom, right? Means there is no coelom. Let me tell you what is coelom. Look, we have, this is the body. Inside the body, there are some organs which are fit. Our lungs is fit, our heart is fit, right? Our intestine is fit. So between the body wall, try to understand, between the body wall and this organ, there is a space, right? Space is there or not? Is it there a space or not? Space is there or not? Tell me, please. I'm asking you. Between heart, lungs, and this arm muscle, there is a space. which is filled with the
Yeah,
liquid.
space is there.
That
Yes, there is a
space,
space.
yeah, that space which is filled with the liquid, lymph-like liquid, that space is called coelom, right? So where the organs are filled, right? Inside our body, the organs are filled, means heart is filled, lungs are filled, right? Kidney is filled, right? Our intestine is filled, like all this diaphragm is filled. So that portion, that space where these organs are filled, that part is called coelom, right? So in Coelenterata, there is a no coelom, right? In Nematoda, there is a pseudo coelom. It is not actual coelom, but true coeloms are found like. So did you got what is a coelom?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So on the basis of, so further we have divided into T category: true coeloms, pseudo coeloms, and no coeloms. Where coelom is not present, the second part is coelenterata, right? And platyhelminthes, third one. So there are three. There are two phylums where coelom is not present. Then fourth one is where pseudocoelom is present, nematoda. Nematoda means roundworm. Now the third category belongs to those organisms which have true coelom, means where the coelom is present, and inside the coelom there will be something which is filled, either liquid is filled or organs are filled. So for that, true coeloms, right? So on the basis of true coelom, there are true coelom is found, mesoderm cells from single. Okay. Annelida, right? So the fifth one is Annelida. Sixth one is mollusca. Seventh, arthropoda, right? Further, coelom is found, but the body, they have notochord. Notochord means backbone, right? Notochord is present. Notochord, no notochord, right? So the seventh, sixth, seventh, eighth one is echinodermata, and ninth is chordata. There's a one thing which is missing. I will tell you. That is the tenth one is, that is hemichordata, right? So between the chordata and echinoderm, there is a one more. So this chordata will be tenth one, and there is a ninth. Ninth will be, that is hemichordata. Hemichordata. So that is the classification, right? So you need not to copy this one. Just copy the animal and write down the phylums in this sequence, right? I have noted down. There are just write it down. The animals have been divided into 10 phyla. Following 10 phyla. The animal kingdom, right in this way. The animal kingdom have been divided into the animal kingdom have been divided into 10 phyla. Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes. Done? Is it done?
1 second, sir.
Yeah.
Done, sir.
Done?
Yes, okay, wait, I'm not done.
Yeah, sure. So, Yashir, everything clear? Whatever we have covered till now today? Great to listen. Afaf, what about you? Is that everything crystal clear?
Yes, sir, it is clear to me.
Very good. What about you, Shidika? Everything crystal
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Great, great to listen. Martin, what about you?
Yes.
Great. So look, today we have done the criteria behind class. In next class onward, because today there is no time to start, right? So in next time we will start from the first phylum Porifera, and we will cover all those 10 phylum, right? Okay. Till the time, what you have to do after the class, you have to cover each and every point. You have to go through with each and every point, whatever the point I have told you, because in the next class I will tell you the organism is it has pseudocoelomate, body is segmented, right? I will use it is it have bilateral symmetry, right? So there is a metameric segmentation. So on that time you must have all these points in it. It is a diploblastic, it is a triploblastic. So all those points must be there in your mind. Until unless you will not revise it, you will you won't be able to coordinate or cope up with the, you won't be able to synchronize with the this point, right? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So see you all in next class, right? Start from the 45. Fine. You'll make me remind that we have to start from it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Bye bye. Take care. Good night.
Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.